Imagine this. Your girl goes to a party, gets blackout drunk, makes out with some dude, sleeps at his place, and then months later, you find out by accident. She never told you. You're sitting there thinking, was it cheating or just a drunken mistake? Either way, your trust is shattered. Hey gang, and welcome back to the sacred halls of Magic's monologue, where truth doesn't whisper, it roars. I'm Magic, your curator of personal growth and unapologetic reality checks. Today's video, my girlfriend blacked out at a house party, made out with a guy, and slept at his place. But before we dig into this wild ride, connect with me on Locals at magicsmonologue.locals.com and over on X. I'm building my tribe there too. Additionally, you can send a small donation via crypto if you like my work, and that information is in the description below. She blamed the blackout, but betrayal doesn't vanish with a hangover. If you've ever questioned what really counts as cheating, this story is a cautionary tale. Let's begin the journey. My girlfriend, 24 female, attended her friend Nate's Halloween house party last year and got extremely drunk and blacked out. We had planned to meet at her place afterward, and I even had her keys. I waited all night, sick with worry, as she didn't answer any of my calls, and I had no idea where she was. The next morning, she told me that she had stayed on the host's couch and biked home, admitting she was very hungover and couldn't remember much. At this point, we had been talking for about 3 months. Coincidentally, the morning after the party, we confessed our love for each other and officially started dating. Slap to the back of the head. Tell me you're not a desperate SIMP without saying you are. She gets blackout drunk, ghosts you for the night, and you reward her with commitment? I would call you stupid. However, my brother, that is down the road about 2 states back. Guys, what he just did was tell her she can get away with shite going forward. Stay with me, guys, because I'm going to come back and address this again later. 8 months later, while my girlfriend was showering, I made an impulsive decision. Bull crap. Your gut told you something was wrong and you had to know. To check her phone and read her text messages with Nate. What I found devastated me. Nate had recently moved to a new town, and their conversation turned to the Halloween party. He shared the details. As the party wound down, my girlfriend, already blacked out, danced with him. When most guests left, Nate asked if she wanted to stay and hang out or leave with a friend who could have driven her home. She chose to stay. They went to his bedroom, made out briefly, then she started vomiting. Well, that's a mood killer. Realizing how unwell she was, Nate took care of her, and she slept on the couch for the night. Translation, honey, if you're throwing up, bitch, get out of my bed. I'm putting you on the couch because I ain't getting none. Reading this, I was overwhelmed with disgust at the thought of another man kissing my girlfriend. She had received these texts a week earlier and hadn't told me. Shocker. When I confronted her, admitting I violated her privacy, screw that. You are in an exclusive relationship, or so you thought. You have every right to look if your gut's telling you something is seriously wrong. She was deeply apologetic, insisting she was incredibly sorry and unaware of the incident. She affirmed her love for me, of course she did, explaining that she felt foolish for getting that drunk. She hadn't brought it up because she wasn't ready to discuss it, but insisted she would have told me eventually. Bull crap. I don't believe her, and I'll explain why later. How responsible is she for choosing to stay and making out with him while blacked out? Since that night 8 months ago, she hasn't drunk excessively. Note your choice of words, excessively, but she's still drinking. And she's been loyal and loving, says you. Yet, I can't shake the feeling that her blackout revealed her true desires. I've been very drunk around her, though not blacked out, and never lost my inhibitions. I've always remembered I had a girlfriend and would never cheat. When I asked what she'd do in my position, she said that she tried to understand why it happened and work to rebuild trust. Of course she would say that. I'm at a loss. It feels wild to consider breaking up over something that happened the day before we officially started dating, but we're exclusive and together for 3 months at that time. What should I do? Right. My brother, I'm sorry this happened to you. However, I'm not going to pull any punches. So come here, sit down, and take it like a man. You're 3 months into talking with this chick, exclusive, keys to her place, waiting up like a loyal puppy, while she's out getting obliterated at Nate's Halloween rager. She ghosts you, doesn't answer the calls, and the next morning she's like, oh, I just crashed on his couch, no biggie. Fast forward and you're playing FBI in her texts and boom, you find out she was grinding on Nate, making out in his bedroom, and only stopped because she started yakking. Classic. Congratulations. You are a rom-com trope. She claims she was blacked out, didn't know, and feels stupid. Now you're spiraling, wondering if this reveals her true nature. Spoiler alert, it does. And you're missing the forest through the trees. First off, let's talk accountability. Blacked out is not a get out of jail free card. She chose to chug enough booze to forget her own name. She chose to stay when Nate offered her a ride home. She chose to follow him to his bedroom. Blacked out or not, those are decisions, not accidents. Modern women love this "I was drunk, oops" excuse. Let's call it what it is. Emotional deception 101. They lean into dodging responsibility while you're left cleaning up the mess in your head. Meanwhile, you've been shit-faced and never forget that you had a girlfriend. Why? Because loyalty isn't just in your sober brain. It's in your bones. Hers? Apparently not. Here's the kicker. She hid this for a week after Nate spilled the beans. A whole week, bro. She wasn't figuring out how to tell you. She was hoping you'd never find out. That's not love. That's damage control. And her apology? Just tears and "I'm so sorry" to keep you hooked. Classic manipulation. Women like this thrive on your trust while banking on your ignorance. So what do? Well, ready? Dump her. Yeah, I said it. You were exclusive. She crossed the line, and her blackout excuse is a flimsier than a dollar store umbrella. You're not breaking up over something before you were official. You were exclusive for 3 months and she still played you. Her loyal and loving act now, that's just her knowing she got caught. Women and men don't change their nature. They just get better at hiding it. You're 24, she's 24, and the dating pool's deep. Why settle for someone who needs a babysitter not to lock lips with Nate? Here's my advice. The next woman you date, set hard boundaries. No drunken party girls who lose control. Screen for women who respect you enough to stay sober enough to stay loyal. Build your value. Of course, hit the gym, stack your cash, and date women who choose you. Trust is earned, not given, and she's already in the red. Cut her loose, level up, and don't let some blackout drama queen dim your shine. If this hit home, don't just sit with it. Hit that thumbs up, smash that subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss the truth bombs I drop here. Share this with at least 3 men who need to wake up and rise up. That's how we build this channel, one solid brother from another mother at a time. Got a story that needs to be told? A link that made your jaw drop? Email me at stories@magicsmonologue.com. Let's expose the madness and drop some clarity. You're not just watching, you're leading by example, helping other men elevate wisdom, purpose, and unshakable standards. You're not alone. You're not crazy. And if you're still hungry for more, click here to watch the next video. She traded sex for work promotions. Am I the a-hole for dumping her? And that video is coming up right now. Until next time.